Good morning, friends. Welcome to MJ Shady Inkers and my Sunday Live with MJ. My name is Mary Jo Snyder and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I have a super cool technique to share with you. Never tried it before, watched a video or two, and I'm going to try and do it on my own for the very first time. So hi, Lori. So welcome everyone. Good morning. Happy Sunday to all of you on this nice sunny morning. And yeah, I'm super excited. So thank you, Lisa Bailey, for giving me a little insight as to a technique that I guess I've never even thought about playing around with, but we're going to attempt to do that today. And Lisa, I know you have a fun-filled day ahead of you, enjoying time with family and then attending class later. And to those of you that are missing class because you have other obligations, just know that, and this is my Summer Love and Stampin' Retreat that takes place at 2 o'clock in a private group. If ever you want to attend one of my classes, be sure that you do that. We have a lot of fun, and I try to kind of do some fun stuff and different things, and it's a whole lot of fun. And we do either it's a Facebook Live. I haven't done a class via Zoom yet, only kind of paper pumpkin stuff. But anyway, we have that event this afternoon at 2 o'clock, and I look forward to that. But I wanted to share this technique. Hopefully I'm successful with it. If not, we will learn together. So hello, Julie. I'm going to share this on over to my MJ Shady Inkers group because I have been starting here recently just to kind of see how it goes. So let me get to my video this morning, and I might need to refresh. I got some prize winners. I actually picked 2 names for prizes this week. There is, and I'll explain all that in a minute. I just need to find where I'm at. Hello, where are we? There we are. No, yep, there we are. Let's share. You guys are so patient, so I appreciate that so much. And so we went to the boat races. Finally, we were able to see the boat races yesterday. So that was pretty cool. I'm going to turn down my volume so we're not hearing me in stereo. I'm going to go back here to see comments while I am live so that I can... Okay, I think I'm ready. Hi, Sandy. Good morning, everyone, and thank you for being here. Hi, Jane. So, yes, we got to the boat races yesterday. I think some of you may have seen some of my posts, you know, on my personal Facebook and stuff like that. But we got to the boat races. My camera's a little crooked right now, but you can see that when we went back to the boat races, so it was really windy and cold in the morning, like the wind coming off of the lake, really, really windy, and I guess it was more than 5-mile-an-hour winds. They were not able to race because these boats are like very lightweight. I'm sure they're like complete fiberglass, to be honest, just so they, you know, sometimes they're like literally hydroplaning on top of the water, like barely touching the water. So it's really super cool. I've never been to anything like this. Well, I guess I can't say that. I think we watched some races up in the Thousand Islands when we camped out there one year. Or one summer we went for a week and stuff, and it was a lot of fun. But I think we may have seen some races because they had a boat show and stuff like that. But anyway, long story short, so Keuka Lake, they had this first time ever doing these boat races, and they have them again this morning. They decided to move the time this morning to 8:30 or 8 o'clock because we're supposed to have some rain this afternoon. So, oh, no worries, Lori. It was fun though. It was a lot of fun, and I know you have a busy afternoon as well, but I'm telling you, it was really exciting. They're very loud. I recommend, if anyone goes to see them, earplugs. Yes, as I was getting to that, Ellen, yes. So when we went in the morning, we had everything packed, sunscreen, you know, all that stuff. We didn't think to wear warmer clothes. I mean, I had on some jean crop pants, and I know this is completely not why you're here today, but I want to share this story. It's funny. Not funny, but, you know, it was exciting. And so when we went back in the afternoon, because our son is a volunteer firefighter for our fire department, and he was on one of the boats. So he was on our fire district's boats to assist if there was any accidents or issues like that. So he was out there, and I texted him and I said, please let us know if they start the races later on and we'll come back. So he texted us. We got home like in time to eat a little lunch, and then, which I was kind of bummed because I wanted a sausage from the vendors, but anyway, I guess it was better that way. I had Lean Cuisine instead of whatever. So anyway, we got down there, watched the races, forgot our bag with the sunscreen. So unfortunately, my forehead got burnt. I did not have my baseball cap, so my head got burnt and definitely got some color going on. My back of my shoulders got burnt that hadn't already been tan, and yeah, so it was rough. But it was so funny. Thanks for sharing, Melissa. It was so funny because, not really funny. We weren't prepared. We were prepared in the morning, freezing, shorts, tank tops, whatever. And my husband had to go buy a sweatshirt because we were so cold from the wind coming off the lake. So we had to spend money on a sweatshirt, didn't get to see the races, went home, left the bag home, didn't even need the sweatshirt in the afternoon. Anyway, it was worth the time we sat there, but we sat there a long time. We were probably out there a good 3 hours, so not good to be out that long without having some sunscreen. So that explains the red forehead, the burn marks on my head, and all the stuff I was trying to avoid in the especially out doing all my gardening last weekend. I completely tried to avoid that. I had a baseball cap on, sunscreen head to toe, whatever. And yeah, here I am, burnt. But it was worth it, I guess. You just have to be careful out there in the sun because of skin cancer and yeah, all that stuff. So anyway, that is my story. I'm sticking to it. It was fun. If anyone has a chance to get out there this morning to watch some of those races out on Keuka Lake, they're at Champlain Beach, right near the fire department, at the base, the Little League fields and the pavilion where they have the carnival and stuff every year too for around 4th of July. So a lot of fun. It was pretty crowded. Not too crazy. Everybody had space, so it wasn't like you were sitting on top of each other, but I got some awesome photos, so I can't wait to share those later. I'm going to play on my computer and get those uploaded to share. And I'll share a few here in my group so you know what I'm talking about. So with that, welcome. Let's get to this technique. I probably will not build anything off of this because it's going to have to dry, so you can guarantee, I said this last week, I hate saying things and not being able to stick with my commitment. So we're going to do the technique, and I'm going to see what the week brings in order to potentially share some additional stuff with you. Since I'm on staycation, I should have some extra time this week to hopefully share additional creativity with you with this technique that we're creating today. So let's point you down to the table. I'm going to flip my camera. Again, thank you all for being here this morning. And let's see, we got some prizes, and I wrote out the names because I may not pronounce the last names correctly. So hopefully, let's just adjust. I'm going to zoom in slightly if I can on this. Doesn't look like I can on this one, so we will just leave it be. So I have, and if anyone, so the cards I can mail, whether the person lives in the United States or outside the United States. What I can't mail outside the United States is product due to Stampin' Up! Policy. So I want to let you know that Terry Brumagim, and hopefully I said that right. If not, I apologize for mispronouncing your name. You are going to get this beautiful card with the stenciled lattice, as well as a pack of the lattice accents. So paper lattice accents. And they are craft paper. So those are your 2 prizes. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to also send out another card just as a thank you. And I won't write in these. You guys will be able to utilize these for yourself. And this goes to Carolyn Welch Denstent. And I'm sorry, again, there's no N in there, so I apologize if I mispronounced your name. But this is your card, so you'll be able to pass this on to Share Some Sunshine. So I will need you guys to private message me your mailing address if I don't already have them, and I don't think I do. I'm not sure if Carolyn has one in the past, but if you could resend me, even if you have, your mailing address so I can pop these in the mail this week to you guys. Congratulations on those prizes, and I will announce these in a separate post as well if anyone has missed out on the announcement if you're not here with me today. So those of you watching the replay, thank you so much. I will be posting this also to YouTube as a replay, as I do with all my Sunday lives. And I know they're a little bit lengthy and not everybody really likes to watch the full thing with all the added commentary and gibberish. However, I love talking with you guys every Sunday. You know, and I like to share stories and share a little bit about myself. So I appreciate that you all have patience with me during these lives. And those that watch the replay, fast forward if you don't want to hear all that. It's okay, I don't mind. I did not put you guys on Do Not Disturb, so I'm going to pray that we don't get any phone calls in between. I have to remember to post a note in my work area before filming so that you guys can, so that I don't get any interruptions while I'm recording. So, who else is joining? Hi, Melissa. Hi, Sherry and Julie, and I think Jane and Lori and Melissa. Thank you all for being here. I'm so excited. Thank you so much. Make sure you're commenting and sharing the videos because I do give prizes away each week for those that comment and share. I just do a random drawing and I announce the winners the following Sunday. So you have all week to comment and all week to share the videos. So, and make sure if you are not already a subscriber to my YouTube channel, please be sure to hop on over there. It's Mary Jo Snyder of MJ's Shady Inkers. You can search that. You will find me. Please subscribe and hit that bell so you get notifications, as well as the like buttons and all that fun stuff for videos that you may not have seen before. I am going to start trying to be more active over there. I need 1,000 subscribers before I can do lives on YouTube. So I'm trying very, very hard to reach those goals. Hi, Brandy. Hi, Jenny. And again, you know, just share that love, share that support, and help me reach more people because the more I share my creativity, the more blessed I feel being able to do that. So, okay. Oh, Melissa's babysitting 2-year-old grandchild. Well, the best thing with the recording is that you can always come back and watch the replay. So I want to thank Barb Anderson. She won in my annual catalog premiere event. She won a pack of designer series paper. So Lori, you're going to see this as a familiar technique, fun fold, that you shared in one of your videos. And she created this card using the Yora Peach Designer Series paper and sent it to me using that paper because that's what she won. Beautiful little note inside. And of course these layering flowers and stuff. And remind me what that's from because I don't remember what that is from. I think it's a set that is in the January to June catalog. And I think it might be one of those that is a $1 Million Achiever. Dana, I think her name is, or Dina. But I could be wrong. I'm not really sure. So it's not a set that I have. So, but anyway, she used that beautiful peach paper and used Lori's Fun Fold technique. So I was really excited about that. It's a very pretty card. So I wanted to share my happy mail. Obviously you see an array of blends here. We're going to pull that in today. Just a side note, you will see the host code in the description of this video. Spend $35 or more in my online store. And I will be sending, I have a gift for everybody that purchases $35 or more in my online store. I haven't come up with what that gift is. I've actually switched to doing embellishments, but I have to make sure it's something that is current and that I can get my hands on. Because there's some stuff that is back ordered. So let's go with, I believe the Playing with Patterns Resin Dots will be this week's prize or gift for anyone placing an order starting today, June 13th to Friday, which I believe is the 18th. So place your orders, $35 or more in my online store, and use the host code and you'll receive this as a gift. Now, and it'll be a full pack. You also will receive the Demo Design Dream Team PDF tutorial of 16 tutorials from demonstrators all over the United States that I team up with. And this is my card for this month's tutorial. So it is a fun fold and it is a gift card holder. You can stick a little gift card in there or a money holder. And it's with that amazing beautiful Wild Cats product suite that I am in love with, and I can't wait to do some stuff with this. So $35 or more will also earn you this in the month of June, and that's throughout the month of June. So not the card, but the tutorial. So I just wanted to share with you my project for the month of June. We have all these blends, and what I want to share with you, the expressions of ink. Now this is, you're no longer able to get this kit unless it is available as a refill without the ink spot and stamp set. This is a paper pumpkin kit for the month of June. So you had to place your order or subscription by June 10th. But what I want to focus on is the paper. It coordinates with the Expressions in Ink 12 by 12 Specialty Designer Series paper, which you can see is absolutely gorgeous. That also is currently not orderable or on back order. I think it's not orderable at this time. You can see the array of colors that it coordinates with, which I have a lot of those colors sitting next to me in my blends. So this is just a taste of that designer series paper. I don't mean to tease you, but I'm going to share with you a technique to create this paper minus the floral images, but some of this background paper with your blends and alcohol. Okay, so even if you don't have this paper and you want to get your hands on it, that's okay. You can get your hands on it when it's back in stock. But in the meantime, I'm going to share little tips and tricks with you to share or teach you how to create kind of that look. So we have this. This is that pale papaya color. And of course you have some gold and white kind of, not complete stripes. They look like brush strokes, honestly. And this paper is absolutely gorgeous. You have some green tones, Pear Pizzazz. You have Emerald Envy, some Mint Macaron, and maybe even some Just Jade going on in here. Different colors of green. And of course those beautiful pale papaya flowers, some gold accents, and of course those greens that I just mentioned. Here is another one with kind of similar tone, less of the Pear Pizzazz, but more of the Mint Macaron, Emerald Envy, and did I say Emerald Envy? That's an old color. Evening Evergreen, not Emerald Envy. That is like several years ago. Evening Evergreen, undertones, and some Just Jade, and what other color we got going on? And I think that's it in this color here. And of course the back of this, every time I see this, I'm gonna use this piece for something special for someone that inspires me almost daily, and I can't wait to do that. And I will share it here, but I won't share it until after I send it to this person. Yeah, so, but I'm gonna use that piece for that individual. This is another gorgeous piece of paper, adding the gold accents, a mix of those greens again, Evening Evergreen, and I did not pull those out. These are on back order or not orderable, and I may need to keep these for my In Color Club for one of my participants, so I'm trying not to touch those because they are on. Several of the blends in the new In Colors are out of stock or on back order or not orderable at the present time, so I have to hold on to some for my In Color Club so I can get them to that individual. Pretty. Love the different shades here, and I think we got some Magenta Madness and the Polished Pink in the coordinating colors of this, and of course a variety of those greens and the splatter marks in different greens as well. This paper is just so breathtaking. A lot of possibilities of being able to do a one-sheet wonder with these. And again, you have that Polished Pink and Magenta Madness going on, as well as the pale papaya. I'm starting to really favor that pale papaya, and I don't know if the peach sweet sold me on that or what, but Carolyn, you won. I'm not sure if you realize you won this card. I need you to private message me your mailing address. And Terry, I see you just hopped on. You won this for drawing. If you live in the United States, please let me know. The card I can send, no issues, because I can send a finished card. But if you don't live in the United States, and I think I actually checked prior to when I drew your name, I think I checked, and I think you live in Colorado, but I could be mistaken. But you won these two, so please private message me your mailing addresses so that I can get those to you. And welcome to my Sunday Live with MJ. Hi, Judy. Good morning, everyone. So exciting. Okay. So this is that side with the gold flecks in there, and it looks like this might be the polished pink. And we already showed you that side. We are going over the expressions of ink paper because I'm going to share with you a technique. You may have seen it before. You may have even tried it before. I have never tried it. Again, this is those greens, gorgeous. And of course, one side has gold accents and the other side is just kind of like a watercolor wash kind of effect, or, you know, that whole alcohol and blends look. So what I'm going to do with you today, now that is the designer series paper, each sheet. So you get 2 of each of these in a 12 by 12 pack. I'm going to come in and you know that, and I'll share this with you, some of your specialty papers will come with this thicker cardboard piece, where some just come with the white piece that protects it from bending and just keeps your paper safe. Well, this is the Expressions in Ink Specialty Designer Series paper. So most specialty papers, I think all come with this cardboard within it. So I pulled that out because I save these, I recycle these and use these for a whole lot of stuff. So if you are in the area, live local, and you don't keep these, please save them for me because I use them for shipping so things don't get bent. And I use them for various things, for wrapping ribbon around, for prizes and stuff like that. You can see also this is a specialty paper. It's that pearlized, pearlescent specialty paper, and you get 2 sheets 12 by 12 in these packs. And so I'm going to pull in, and these are just scraps left over from my class that I'm having later today, my retreat. I have 2 of these. And I have 2 pieces of vellum, and I think it's half a sheet. I could be wrong, but it's 5.5, probably roughly 5.5 by 8.5. And I left them this way just because I'm going to cut them down and use them differently. So let's attempt to do this. So I do know that using the alcohol, you don't want to use anything less than 91% because it dries quicker. I actually found this, and it's not less than 99% rubbing alcohol. And I can't tell you where I found it. It may have been in a local store here in Hammondsport, Park Pharmacy, but I could be mistaken. But so this is what I'm using. I have a medicine cup to pour in my alcohol when I'm ready. I also have some spritzers. Now these come in a 2-pack. We still sell those. You can find them in my online store, and I will reference page numbers in the description after my video goes for the replay. I'll enter that, the item number, where you can find this and all that good stuff. Actually, I'll just put the item number. Actually, the item number is right here in the pack. So if you want to make note, I'll pull this out, and hopefully the item number didn't change. Let's just take this one out, and the sheet inside, the SKU here is the item number 126185, and I will confirm that. If that is not accurate, I will definitely let you know. But those are spritzers. You get 2 of them, and I'm going to put some of that alcohol in there as well, so we can do a few different kinds of effects, okay? So what you want to do, and I think the first colors I'm going to use is kind of to mimic, let me find it. I want to kind of mimic this one here, and which will be Pale Papaya. And I'm going to use the new color, Polished Pink. So you can see there's some splatter marks. So we're going to use these colors on our vellum, and we're going to put some alcohol in our spritzer and spritz it on our vellum. Okay, so let's go ahead, and we're going to interchange blends. These are alcohol-based markers. That's why we can use alcohol, and it'll be perfect. It's my understanding anyway. So we're just going to randomly just color in various areas. And I'm just going to, now don't press too hard with your tip, and come in at an angle so you're not ruining the tip of your marker. Make sure they click when you shut them. We're going to come in with the lighter shade of the, I already forgot the color, Polished Pink. And just add some of that where the other pink is, kind of blend it out a little. And that's why I have this board underneath, because it does, the alcohol-based markers will bleed through. Okay, so I want to leave some room for the pale papaya. So we've got that. Come in with the darker pale papaya and do the same and just fill in some areas. I'm hoping I'm going to get this to work the way I saw the video. And I'd like to give credit to the individual, but I watched various videos, which you can do a search for, just do the alcohol blends technique if you want to search those out. But hopefully this will be successful and you won't need to look for anyone else's techniques. I'm going to come in with a lighter, and it's okay if you're blending those colors together. You're not going to ruin your marker. You can just clearly wipe it off on another piece of paper and that pink will come right off of there. You're not going to hurt by blending colors together. You're just going to give it a little more variation in color. So I'm coming in with that lighter pale papaya, and you do want to make sure that your entire sheet is covered. And I'm sorry I'm not looking at comments right now while I'm concentrating on this portion. Just come in, and it's okay, like I said, and you can just get that pink off of there. It's not going to ruin. See, it's already gone. The pink is off of my tip of that. Okay, you do need extra paint brushes, or you can use the aqua painters. I'm sorry, I already forgot the name of the new brushes that we have. They come in a 3-pack. They're not, I don't know if they're aqua painters or, I can't remember the name of them. But anyway, you're going to come in with, I'm just going to use some paint brushes because there's some different effects that I want to use. But first, so I'm going to need some of this alcohol. So I poured it in my medicine cup. I'm going to set that aside. But what I want to do with this one, actually, let's just play. Go ahead and hi, Mary. Oh, you're welcome, Terry. And yes, I am going to do a class featuring that product suite. There's just absolutely no way that I can, you just dab this on. Oh my gosh, I can already see the results. Just dab the alcohol onto your brush. And maybe the pale papaya is not, oh my gosh, I am loving this. Do you see that? Oh my gosh, this is so totally awesome. You can rub it a little. You can just dab your brush. Do this. And it's going to help that bleed. Drop it on there. Oh, is that not breathtaking? So this is a way for you to create that distinctive ink or expressions in ink paper until you can get your hands on the real deal, okay? Just grab your blends, any colors, and you will be able to do this when you get your paper pumpkin. And if you don't subscribe to Paper Pumpkin, then you will be able to use this technique on anything you want to. I cannot believe what this is doing. I am Lisa Bailey, thank you. So, wait, yes, water painters. Thank you, Jenny. Water painters, item number 151298, page 129. Thanks, Jenny. You're so awesome. And you do get a 3 set, and I'll show you all 3. So, and it's gonna, obviously you can see I'm like really overdoing the alcohol because it's pooling in certain areas. But imagine this when it dries. And alcohol dries fast, so you're not going to have like crazy issues with that. But oh my gosh, isn't that gorgeous? And if it's too tickle, hang on. Oh, excuse me. I had a tickle, but I think it's the smell of the alcohol. Is that not funny? If it's too rich in colors, come in and dab it with a paper towel, right? So I definitely think I was a little overzealous over in this area, and I kind of gave it a little washout of the, but I don't want to come in with anything else. Ooh, Yeah. Whew, stinky. I don't want to add any blend colors to that because it might end up messing up my blends, but maybe it won't. But maybe I'll come back when it dries and try it again. So look at that. Look at that, how bright that is. Isn't that funny? Okay, so that's really cool, right? We got that. I really like this section here. And look how close. I mean, we got this paper, and now you have that, which you created all on your own. And look how close it is. I mean, maybe you need to make the ink a little bit darker. Like go over it a couple times with the pale papaya before adding the alcohol, but that is so stinking cool. Absolutely love it. So there's that piece. I'm going to put this somewhere where it's not going to create a huge issue. So it looks like I have a document from work. I'm just going to throw it on that, and I don't care if it really ruins it. It's just the cover of a contract. So anyway, we're going to flip that over, and we're going to do other colors. And even, I could have even tossed in the Magenta Madness with that as well, just to give it a more vibrant, deeper pink color. But I think what I want to do next is play with these greens, and I want to see how it works on that, I always want to say pearlized, but that's not what it's called, pearlescent, the pearlescent paper, but I want to come in with these greens. I pulled out some Highland Heather and Flirty Flamingo because I love purples. Do you see my nails? My nail tech is so amazing. She did butterflies for me. Aren't they beautiful? So pretty. Pretty, pretty. I just got my nails done the other day. It was so refreshing. Okay, so it's just so relaxing. But anyway. All right, so it is so fun to watch the effect just take place. Hi, Lynette. It just is so, oh, it's mesmerizing. So let's come in, and I'm going to come from a different angle. Now, since these are alcohol markers, I can't imagine that it's going to smear, because the alcohol really doesn't smear like that because it dries so quickly. So that is why, like, I tried to stamp on the pearlescent paper, and you almost have to heat set it if you're using the water-based inks. So just keep that in mind if you are using the water-based inks. And I'm just going to add some of the dark Just Jade. And come in with the lighter just to do some fill in between. Just, I don't know, just to blend it out. And then let's use the Soft Succulent. Now these colors are pretty close for the palette that I'm going for. I probably should put in some of that Evening Evergreen that I kept calling Emerald Envy. So funny. That was definitely a couple years ago. So this is the dark Soft Succulent. Remember, be careful when you're putting your lids back on your markers, because you don't want to wreck the tip of your markers. This is the light Soft Succulent. So I'm just going to add some of that, and then I'm going to come in with the lighter color that I want to use, and that is nope, I don't want Soft Seafoam. I want Macaron. Pulled out the wrong colors. And do you guys know, do we have Pearl Pizzazz or a Pear Pizzazz in a blends? Because I don't have that. We probably don't. All right, so the dark mint macaron, and I'm just going to come in and fill some of those other areas. It's okay, like I said, to blend over top of them. And I might come in with that the darker color here, which I believe was that dark Just Jade. Just fill in some of those areas, because you don't want to leave any white space. And then take your lighter mint macaron, and I'm gonna come in with some more Just Jade dark, or not Just Jade. Yes, Just Jade. So don't leave any white space. Careful at the edge of the paper that you're not catching the tip of your marker. You definitely don't want to ruin your markers doing this. It's stuck to my finger. Okay, so it does take a minute to dry. You can see I have that on my finger. Again, come in with some more Just Jade and just add some of that. Is that Just Jade? Yes. Just add some more dark shades where you think it's going to be too light. And I think we're good. I'm going to do this again with a brush, but then we'll try one with the spritzer, okay? Actually, I'll come in with a different tip and just kind of, I don't know if it's going to work the same on this. It might. Oh yeah, we'll get some kind of effect, but maybe not as good as on the vellum. But I think that you would be able to do this on anything. This just might take a little bit more of the alcohol to create that look. And you can come in with the tip of the brush. Because the alcohol, using alcohol on alcohol is going to move that color around. Now, if you were to come in here with water, it's not going to do a thing. I think I like it better on the vellum. But I like the shimmer of this pearlescent paper. And maybe, I just stuck my finger in it, maybe after this dries, you might find a different, it might spread a little bit more. Yeah, I'm really liking the vellum better. This is, like, you can move that around, but it's not doing like the vellum did. And maybe I just need to I'm not sure I like that as much. I mean, it's cool, right? I guess it's giving it some kind of effect, but I think on vellum, it's so much better. But this is kind of cool. It's still moving it around. It's just not as vivid of, and I think having a darker color, I think using some dark and some light, so definitely the Evening Evergreen would definitely make this look a whole lot, and I don't want to see the stripes of my coloring, so you might want to just kind of blend that out some, but don't take away from those dark, where you can see right here where the ink has spread and left that dark line, which is kind of like here, those darker places. You don't want to take away from that. So you really got to work it. Come up with something, use colors that you like a lot, and don't be afraid to experiment. It's really, really cool. So that turned out pretty cool on the pearlescent, or yes, pearlescent. But let's go ahead and grab, I'm going to set that one aside too. These are going to be awesome when they dry. It's my understanding after you let them dry that you should place them under a book or something heavy so that they flatten out, because it's wet, so they're going to curl. It just makes sense that it's going to curl. Okay, I'm going to come in. I'm going to grab some darker colors. Let's try some, I'm getting crazy now. We're just going to move all these aside. I'm going to do some Night of Navy. And I know we got some Cherry Cobbler going on here. Do you guys when you use your blends, like, you know, during a class, I'm going to show you something cool. You know the lids to these awesome things? They fit wonderfully on these lids. Not so much this lid, but you can stack them on these lids and you have like a tray for your blends. So here we go. We got some Cherry Cobbler and we have some Night of Navy. And then maybe we need to even toss in some, what other colors we got? Boy, I'm really missing Seaside Spray. I don't know if this balmy blue is going to work for me, but we'll try. All right, so you kind of get what I'm going with here. Cherry Cobbler, dark, all over the place. Remember, lay your tip flat. Oh, thanks, Patty. And come in with the lighter and just kind of blend that together. This one looks darker, actually. Isn't that crazy? Just kind of blend those together, fill in those sections, and we are going to do some, just going to come down here a little bit with this. Come in with the light or the dark balmy blue, and then we're going to try the technique with the, see, it's okay to kind of spread that out with the other markers. We're going to get some purple going on, I feel it, because you can just wipe off the red that was on there. Come in with the lighter balmy blue, just a smidge here and there. I don't want it to be too light. And then your Night of Navy. I think these darker colors are really going to bring this to life. You might find that having some light, some dark, definitely going to be beneficial. I don't know if I even went that far with the, remember you can spread this ink around a little bit with your brushes, but I want to try something before I do the brush technique. Fill that in. Might need to come in with some more red. Cherry cobbler. I think I might just add some of this here. Down here. Come in with some more dark cherry cobbler. Some of these blends I don't think I've ever used. I'll just fill this in right here. This is a lengthy little, can get a little lengthy with the coloring part of it. But definitely, don't be afraid to use your blends for stuff like this. Fill that in. Just kind of go over it again to get a little bit more darker color in there. Okay. All right, now what I want to do, I'll set those aside. I want to try and fill this, which will be like interesting. I'm going to do it off to the side here in case I have a little mishap. All right, so we filled that with the rubbing alcohol. Do you know if you were to fill this like maybe 3/4 of the way with the alcohol and add drops of ink, you can then have another whole different, I'm going to set these prizes aside so I'm not ruining your guys' cards. And we're going to spritz some of that on there and see what happens. Might went a little heavy in some areas. Oh, are you seeing this? Let's grab some of that alcohol that is in the cup and just drop some of this ink somewhere, or alcohol on the inks that are not. Oh my gosh, look at this. So spritzing is cool, I'm seeing. But just add those, oh my, it's just like amazing. Are you loving this? Oh my gosh. This is vellum. So this is the vellum that we sell that comes in 8.5 by 11 sheets. And I believe there are 20 sheets in a pack. Vellum cardstock. And I think I like using the vellum the best. And I think that's what the person used in the video I watched. but just add those droplets, and this is just totally coming to life. So I totally have this patriotic background. I'm loving it. And you can leave some of those splatter marks from the just using the spritzer. But I'm kind of liking how this is. So I'm honestly just tapping, refilling and tapping my brush on there. But yeah, make sure you got some windows open because this is like really strong smelling. And I can't wait to share whatever I come up with for projects once these dry. So, oh my gosh, I'm looking at it on screen and I'm like so stinking in love with this. I think I want to add a little bit more down here to that piece just to give it a little bit of added darkness of lines. Oh, is that not just breathtaking? Definitely the vellum. Oh my gosh, I am like so in love. And again, you can come in and dab some of that out. It might give it added texture. I wouldn't go too crazy because I really like the effect of this, and of course you're gonna need it to dry. I don't know how long it's gonna take to dry. Again, you have alcohol-based markers and the highest percentage of your rubbing alcohol. So this is gonna look absolutely gorgeous when it dries. Matter of fact, I think this is already dry. And let me grab the other piece. Yeah, it's already dry. So if I want to come in and do some crafting with these, I mean, just look at this. Look. Of course, the darker shades are still a little wet. But look at that. Layering it on a piece of white paper, it almost mimics that paper. So until you can get your hands on this beautiful designer series paper, go ahead and make your own. I mean, and please, please, please share with me in the comments here and on my group what you come up with by using different blends and different papers. Now this actually looks really beautiful. Hold that thought, because I had something in mind. I am going to get my StazOn. Oh, nope, I can't use my StazOn with that. But imagine, I'm just going to do this, your turtle punch. How gorgeous is that? Is that not cute? And you can totally punch out the rest of the elements. You have, I don't want to ruin this. You have the, oh my gosh, it's just too stinking cute. You just punched out that turtle and can totally use it in a project. I do not recommend using StazOn. Do not use StazOn with your photopolymer stamps. But you can totally build on this just by, even if you were to cut the shell, add the shell to a stamped image. Oh my gosh. Hello. Just complete perfection. I'm so glad, Lisa, that you encouraged me to do this. I can't even tell you just how amazed I am with this technique. So I highly recommend. See, and you see it bleeds through, so you have an effect on the back. Definitely use the pearlescent paper as well. And probably even like the shimmer white would be pretty. So pearlescent paper, any kind of vellum. So imagine adding these colors to the colored vellum. Like this is almost dry. Holy cow, I'm gonna make some projects this morning before I have my class, and I will share them with you. I'm loving the patriotic look, so yay. I'm gonna flip the camera. I can't even tell you how excited I am over all of this. Let's flip the camera. I'm gonna cover it up, and I'm gonna take a seat here before we get you guys going this morning. Was that not super cool? Lisa, I'm so excited. Thank you so much. I'll be messaging her to let her know to check out this video. She she was asking about the technique. I did a little research. She saw a few videos and I thought, you know what? That would be a good idea to try in my Sunday Live. So thank you so much, Lisa. I bet I will make a card and send it to her. Her birthday's coming up, so there you go. So yeah, awesome. Awesome paper that you can create yourself with just a few products. So use those blends for more than just coloring. Yay, I'm excited. All right, so finished projects will be shared, and maybe I'll even keep a couple of these pieces or make some more so that we can use them when Paper Pumpkin gets here, so we can share some of these beautiful papers to use Paper Pumpkin with. Thank you so much for sharing in my Sunday Lives with me each and every week. I appreciate all of you. I hope you have an amazing day and many stamping blessings to all of you. I'll see you again soon.